So today I'm going to be focusing a little bit on the craft room. I want to try to make it so I can actually like get in here and start to use things. This has always been the spot where I just throw things. I don't really know what I'm going to do with, but I want to be able to use this for crafting again. All of my Make It Monday videos I've been making downstairs in the living room because this is what the craft room looks like. So hopefully have things organized, hopefully have a really big donate pile. That's my goal. And I will share with you guys after what the donation pile looks like. Over the past few months, I've been collecting different storage bins and different things that I can use to organize my mom's stuff and just different stuff in our house. And I found a lot of these milk crates. So what I plan on doing with these is bringing them up to our attic and using them to organize like Christmas lights and holiday lights. I really want to try to decorate more with those. As you can see right now, we have a set up on the porch. It's green, but I would like to try to change them out, you know, for different holidays. So I cleaned all of these out because they were a bit dirty, and I'm going to bring them upstairs and I think put Christmas lights in them. So I will show you what that looks like when it's all done. So it's much later in the day. I have part of the craft room cleaned up. As you can see over here, it's pretty clean. If you look over here, it's still pretty messy. But what I did was I actually was able to bring some stuff upstairs. I brought 4 pretty big Christmas like Christmas decorations upstairs. I was also able to go through this section a little bit, which has like fabric and different like pieces of thrifted clothing that I want to do projects with. It has that over here, and I just went through some of the stuff that I was like, I'm not going to use it. I also had a couple things in there that I was like, I could wear. So I took those out. I have them to be washed, but I can see the floor here, which makes me really happy. In the past, I would have been really disappointed in myself that the rest of it wasn't clean, but I need to be kind to myself because during this process, I was getting really frustrated and I was mad that I couldn't get the whole room cleaned. And I just was like, take time, breathe, take a break. And so that's what I did. And I also told myself, be okay with the progress that you were able to make. So it's one part, it's not done, but it's something. I'm proud of myself for getting as much done as I did. And yeah, the process will continue. The first things that I'm going to be donating is this set of little blocks I got at the thrift store. And then this is another set of blocks. I have to be careful because I accidentally dropped them earlier today, which was not fun. It's this set of, I believe they're learning resource blocks. I got them at the thrift store. This is what they look like. I hope that, you know, it'll work in somebody's classroom. It just never really worked out in my classroom. So those are the first things. I'm actually just going to slide that over for now. I'm also donating these placemats. I really loved them. I've never actually used them, but I really thought they were beautiful. They just never worked in my decor, so I'm going to donate those. There are 4 of them. And then here, oh, here's a set of Baby Einstein little board books. So let's see if we have any information on the back. It says Baby Einstein 2020. I think some of them actually, I just dropped the one. I think some of them were actually Melissa and Doug. Yeah, these ones are Melissa and Doug, but they're all this tiny size of board books. So I'm going to be donating that as well. And what else? Oh, this one's kind of hard. If you guys have been following my channel, you probably have seen that I do Thriftmas. I thrift almost all of my Christmas gifts. And this was something I had thrifted for my mom for Christmas this year. And I had gotten it in like January. I knew she was going to love it. She recently passed in January this year. So I pretty much got it right before she passed away. I'm going to be donating this. I know somebody else will really like it. I really like the fact that it's navy and then it has the measurements on the inside. So that's the last thing that's up here that I'm going to be donating. Here are a couple more items I'm donating. I have a couple of these pegboard sets. They came from Target Dollar Spot, but then I got them at the thrift store. I have 2 of them. They just were never able to find a place in my house or in my classroom. And then I have this big dry erase board. Upstairs, I shared with you some of the items that I'm donating. There's Pip. She does have a bath. I have that whole section upstairs that I'm donating, but then I have these boxes downstairs in a couple bags that I will be donating as well. So I just wanted to share with you guys a little bit of what I'm donating. The first things are these, what are these called? Embroidery hoops. Not 100% sure that that's what those are called, but I think that's what those are called. Then I have some clothing. A lot of this came from that section in the craft room where I had like, I think I told you I had all of those fun pieces of clothing or fabric that I wanted to do DIYs with. These were the ones that I decided, you know, I'm not going to try the DIYs. I left a couple of them that I do think I'll try, but these are a lot of the ones that I was like, nah, I will let them go and have somebody else get use of them. Here are some more things from that section. I have a couple of big like raincoats I thought I would do some projects with, some denim skirts, just things I'm not going to be using. So I have these 2 boxes of clothing. What are these called? Embroidery hoops? I think that's what those are called. This entire paper bag is full of shoes, a lot of pairs of heels, a few pairs of flats. I was honest with myself, I'm not going to be wearing them. So that will be donated. And then here, I was kind of thinking about not showing this to you guys, but these are Dollar Tree things that I bought that I'm donating. So I just wanted to talk about how this week went in terms of decluttering and cleaning, how the process is going. You know, this is week 2 of my summer decluttering and cleaning process. This week, I don't know, this week was pretty good. I did make one trip to the thrift store and I just packed up my car now with the items that you saw me put in the, that I shared with you at all those items. Some of the stuff that I brought were things that I was going to give my mom for Christmas, and like I shared that picture with you. It's been really emotional to have such a clear, you know, thought process of what I was going to do with that, and then like this jarring realization that I won't be giving it to her. The people at the thrift store are always so nice to me. I've known them for a really long time, all of my local thrift stores, and I had been crying before I brought the stuff into the one store, and they were just really sweet about it, and so, you know, always so kind. Actually, you know what? I donated twice this week, now that I think about it. I donated at a thrift store on Sunday, and then I donated again on Wednesday, I think. I would say in total, between bags and boxes, maybe like 10 bags and boxes altogether. So that was really good. Some of it was really hard because it was my mom's stuff that I was going to give to her, or it was just items that were hers. And then I shared with you those 2 bags of Dollar Tree items. It's embarrassing for me because I bought them with the best of intention of doing certain things with them, and it feels almost like a failure to have not actually done the crafting project or the organizing project. And so I'm like donating it, and like, why did I even buy it in the first place? But I know I keep reminding myself that because the other thing that keeps happening is I'm upset that my house isn't clean and organized in one day. Like I go into each day in this process thinking that today will be the day that I will have the entire house organized. And I know that's not logical. I know that's not realistic. What Sean has said to me, which really explains it, I think, really well, is that it's like I'm setting myself up for failure every day, which I totally agree with. So I wake up and I'm like, okay, I need to get to work right away, because if I don't start right away, I won't have my entire house clean and organized. So then when it comes to the end of the day, or the day is starting to end, I will start getting upset because I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna make my goal of cleaning everything and having the house completely organized. So I know it's not realistic, but it's just, I'm at that part of the process with decluttering that you just feel like it's getting worse and not better. You know, everything's not getting organized. You're just making more of a mess to clean up the mess. So that's been kind of hard. Something else that's been really helpful for me is working on these projects that I have that I've wanted to do. So I just yesterday shared a video of how I spray painted some cushions for a table that I have on our front porch, and they look absolutely amazing. I will make sure to link that video above so you can check it out. That's been really helpful because sometimes I'll have something where I'm like, okay, I know what I want to do with this. I just need to do that. And then I'm able to, it doesn't become clutter anymore. It becomes part of our home. That has definitely been something I've been working on with cleaning and organizing and working on these DIY projects that I wanted to do. So finishing up that painting project was actually a really great accomplishment this week, and I feel really proud of being able to have done that. I also shared with you those milk crates that I found at different places. I was able to get all of those free milk crates. I brought them in, I cleaned them off, bring them upstairs to the attic. It is so hot upstairs in the attic, so I wasn't able to work on that project. I think I said I wanted to organize like holiday lights in those milk crates, but I wasn't able to do that. It's okay. Those crates are upstairs waiting for a time when it's a lot cooler out so I can do that project. The other thing I just remembered is that I was given an entire organizer full of stamps for the classroom. I really just wanted the organizer. I didn't really want the stamps, but I didn't want them to go to waste. I didn't want to throw them out. So Pip and I sat on the floor a couple days ago and organized all of the stamps into different categories. I was able to bring an entire bag of organized stamps to the thrift store. I shared last week that I was going to list some items on Poshmark. I did list all of those items, and I actually had a sale, which was so exciting. I actually sold the 2 Anna Lee dolls that I shared with you last week. I'll try to include a picture here. So being kind to myself and reminding myself to actually listen to what my body and my brain are telling me, and not try to be like, oh, I know better, I can push through and, you know, finish everything, because it never works. It never ever works. But I'm one of those people that I need to learn the same lesson like 6 or 7 times before it actually makes sense to me. In terms of this upcoming week, goals and plans I have for the decluttering process, I'd really like to be able to see the dining room table and be able to use it. It has not been cleaned since January. I'm really, really thankful that I've been able to share this process with you guys, and I'm thankful for your advice and your comments. I've been learning so much from you guys and how to take on this challenge. I'm feeling positive right now. I was not feeling positive earlier today. What I kept doing is, as I was cleaning, even if I was only in a space cleaning for 5 minutes and I started to feel overwhelmed, I took a break, which is so helpful for me to not try to push through that negative energy that I'm feeling, to really just take a break and say, okay, you can come back to this when you're feeling better. I think that's pretty much it for this week's decluttering video. If you want to see any of the items that I have listed on my Poshmark, I have that linked below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. She smells so good. She just had a bath. You smell so nice.